Welcome, I'm Rachel Bood, and I'm the owner and a teacher here at Align Movement Studios, and I am in our little studio today filming this little quick at-home fascial focused Pilates mat routine. We've done a couple videos for you, partly to say thank you for your support and to get you through this week where we aren't offering classes, but also just to highlight some of the things that you have access to at home. We have a great online program going and we're fine-tuning it every day. So if something piques your interest, then let us know. So we're gonna start with our feet hip distance apart and parallel. I want you to let your toes really lengthen, relax. Feel your feet on the floor. Give your joints a couple little bounces. So we're focusing on this idea of fascia and tensegrity through our body. So creating this expansion and suspension as we move. So all of our joints are sort of soft so we can access them. We're just gonna take a nice big breath in through the nose, moving into our Pilates breath, filling up the canister of our core, and then on your exhale, blow out of your mouth. And feel that gentle narrowing, but also lengthening through our body. Inhale, expansion, and exhale, feeling that narrow lift and lengthen. One more time like that, just get yourself into your body. Inhale, and exhale. Good, so then we're gonna start to just do a little bit of a pendulum swing through our hips. You could put on some of your favorite tunes through this, because it's a nice little way just to get everything moving. Connecting upper body through lower body, just starting to pendulum swing those hips. Let the shoulders be soft, let the head be soft, and just let them go. We want to start to create this sort of bouncy, flowy, swingy feel through our movements so that that fascia is responding with hydration and mobilization rather than sort of tension or grip here. So just letting it swing and really go for it. Beautiful thing about doing this at home is nobody's watching. Taking your nice big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allow those hips to bounce, allow them to swing, and then we're gonna keep the swing going, but you're just gonna externally rotate your legs. So we're in a little sort of cowgirl stance here, or cowboy stance. Allowing the pelvis to swing, feeling that ease of motion, just noticing if there's any sort of parts that are harder to access than others. We call them sort of sticky parts. And a couple more here, allowing it to go, swing, swing, swing. And then we're gonna keep the swing going through our pelvis, and we're gonna internally rotate the legs. So the toes are turned in, the knees are turned in, and the pelvis starts to swing here. So just as if we were in class, in a reformer class, we're changing the orientation of our legs through our movement, accessing different parts of our hips and our pelvis and our low back. Nice big breath in, and exhale out. Good, then we're gonna take it back to parallel and we're gonna take a staggered step. So take your right foot forward, we're in that parallel leg again, and then let it swing. So now just notice access to hips, access to pelvis, access to low back are the places that feel like it's hard to get to. Couple more here. And then we're gonna go into that external rotation through the legs. A little staggered cowgirl stance. A little swing and swing and swing. And then you're going to go into that internal rotation, rotating those legs in and allowing them to go. Swinging the pelvis, letting the shoulders soften, giving your head a little wiggle. Make sure we're not holding any resistance against the movement, just allowing it to go. Whatever you got today is great. Couple more here. Then we're going to bring it back to parallel and take a staggered step to your left. So just a nice step as if you're walking down the road. And then we're going to start to swing those pelvises side to side. Notice if this side feels different than the other side. It's often a thing. Checking in with your breath. Checking in with your holding any tension. Allowing your feet to relax on the floor. And let's go into that external rotation and side to side. Trying to create warmth and flow through the body. Now just check, your weight will start to want to go forward and back. See if you can keep this in that side to side play. And then let's do a little internal rotation here. Couple little wiggles, allowing any tension to go. Taking that nice deep breath in and out. parallel. Just feel your feet underneath you, your body. Give your knees a couple bends, give your hips a little wiggle here. Just check, how does it feel from side to side. So then we're just gonna go into a little pendulum swing of the arms. So you're gonna start to bounce the knees a little bit, let those arms swing. And they're going forward and back as your body swings slightly side to side. And let your eyes kind of follow that back hand. Not really like a lot of control here. You want to think about just allowing them to go in a range that works for you. Just making sure there's no pain anywhere. Allowing the body to soften. Now we're going to stay to your right, and you're going to lift your right leg up. And lift. And lift. Connecting upper body to lower body, allowing that fascial plane to connect us in this bouncy, free way. Let's go 2 more. 1 more, and then we're going to stay to the right and lift that, stay to the left and lift that left leg up. And again, we don't need a lot of technique yet. We're just trying to create this nice connection, this fluidity, this bounce, this suppleness through our body. Let's go 2 more, and 1 more, and then we'll come back to center. All right, give it a little wiggle. Okay, so last swinging one here. We're going to take our feet a little wider, and we're going to swing from side to side. So arms go over to the side, and we're just letting our body swing, getting some lateral movement through that fascial system. And then when we go to the right, lift as we go to the left, lift your right leg up slightly. Draw that right leg back slightly. So you're opening up that fascial system, allowing it to go. Last one, then we're going to switch to the side, over to the right. Your left leg lifts off slightly. You can let your eyes follow the movement. A little press back through that leg, getting everything hydrated. So such a good way to move in the morning because it gets everything set up well for your day. Last one, and back. All right, bring your feet together again. Give it all a little wiggle. Take it up, take a feel. Stand at the end of our mat, feet hip distance apart and parallel. We'll take a breath in, lift both arms up over our head. On your exhale, you're going to start to curl yourself down. Think about articulating your spine. Soften the knees, the head, the shoulders. Take a breath in when you get to the bottom. Then press your feet deeply into the floor and articulate all the way back up to tall. This time we're going to stay down. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower articulation. Take your time. Smooth it out. Take a breath in when you get to the bottom. Then let's walk ourselves all the way out. When you get to your plank, just take a breath. Now think about that tense degree, expanding yourself all in all directions, taking a nice big breath in, pressing out through the heels, pressing out through the hands, pressing out through the head. Exhale, last one. Then you're going to lower those knees down and slowly lower yourself to the floor. Now I want you to do a little nod forward with your nose. So roll it forward like you roll a marble about an inch, and then a little lift through your chest, and then lengthen it back down. So the idea is the pelvis is heavy, the belly is light, and we are unfolding that upper back. Now add a little sweep forward with the hands, a little drop down of the elbows. So there's this sort of scoop through that upper back. And let's go 3. And 2. Heavy pelvis, light belly. Last one. And then bring it in. Slide your elbows forward so your forearms are on the floor. And your chest is nice and wide. Now I want you to think, okay, still heavy pelvis. Feet are just slightly wider than hip distance apart. We're going to exhale to round our back. Inhale to lift our chest forward. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lift. Now see if you can make that flow happen. And reach. And scoop. And reach. And 2 more. Reach. Last one. Scoop. And reach. Let's hold it here. Then you're going to take your right arm and swing it across. And then back down. And left. And across. If there's any sort of pain in your low back, come down to flat again. Keep the upper body hovered off. And do your little reach across in this little hover. So it's not so much flexion of that low back, right? The neck is nice and long. The pelvis is heavy. The belly is light. In whichever variation you're doing. And we're keeping that little sort of bouncy, flowy feeling here. Now as you're right arm reaches up, touch your left leg, or your right arm to your left leg, and come back to center, and left. So we're doing a little sort of squeeze of the legs as we sweep the arm over, really incorporating again, upper body with lower body. How does that fascial plane on that side body move? Do I have more on one side or the other? Let's go one more time. Right arm, right leg. One more time, left arm, left leg. And then press it up. Nice big breath in. Exhale, float it down. And then press yourself back. Bring your feet together, your knees apart, and take a second to breathe into your low back. And then slowly roll yourself up. Okay, so we're going to roll over onto our sit bones. Feet come hip distance apart and parallel, arms come out in front. Keeping that nice flow, we're going to keep a feeling of connection into that upper back. And then on your exhale, scoop the lower belly out. Inhale to come back up. So this is about your pelvis rolling on your legs. So as we go back, we don't want to start to create like this stuff. Upper body comes along for the ride. Pelvis is doing the driving here. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, reach. Let's add a rotation. And reach. And up. And exhale, reach. And up. Keeping a little pressure into your feet. Your feet don't have to be pointed. If it's too much for your ankles to be pointed, then just flex them up. Find a place that works for you. This is too much for your low back. You could make this a hinge. Rotate in a little hinge. So we're keeping the spine quite straight and moving the pelvis away in a hinge. One more time each side. And reach. There's always a variation that works, right? So don't stick with what's not working. We're going to roll all the way down. Scoop your belly. Soften the neck and shoulders. Roll yourself down to flat. And let's walk our feet up a little bit towards our tail. We're going to go into 2 full hip rolls. On your exhale, scoop your belly. Articulate your tail off the mat. Now check in with your feet. Could you pressure down through your big toe? Take a breath in, a little bit of inner thigh. Now on your exhale, think rib cage first. Really think about the articulation going down from top to bottom. Take a breath in, full release of that pelvis. Exhale, scoop your belly and think about the tail to rib cage now. So we articulate up from tail to head, and then we articulate down from head to tail. Take a nice big breath in at the bottom. Now you're going to exhale to find a scoop through your belly. So think navel to spine, spine to navel. Finding that connection through your core. Bring one leg to tabletop, and then bring the other. We'll float both hands over our chest, palms face each other, shoulders are wide. We're going to go into a little lateral dead butt. So right arm, left knee, open out to the side. Exhale. Use that breath to initiate the back up. Inhale. Now ideally as we alternate in sides, and ideally as we do this, that pelvis is staying quiet, and that leg bone and arm bone are doing that pure hinge open on your inhale. You start the exhale, split second pause, then move the arm and leg. So it's that feeling of the breath initiating the movement rather than the movement just sort of gaining momentum and we're just flinging body parts at it. And one more time right, exhale. One more time left. And exhale, come back to the top, hug your knees in towards the chest. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, now curl your rib cage up. Think about that bottom rib pressing into the mat, the neck staying nice and long. Tuck the elbows in, create a little ball through your body, and then roll your spine back down. Let's do that one more time. Nod the chin. Exhale, curl your head and shoulders up. Inhale here, and exhale to roll yourself back down. So we're going to go into the 100. 5 in breaths through your nose, 5 out breaths through the mouth, and we're going to pulse our arms. Now as we go through, I'm going to talk you through some fancy legs. We could just keep your legs in tabletop. You could keep your feet down. So pay attention to what's going on with your back. You could keep your head flat and do the work here. Or you could inhale, nod the chin, exhale, curl your head and shoulders up, roll long. So here we go. Breathe in and pulse. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 10. Send your right leg long. Out, 2, 3, 4, 20. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 30. Switch legs. 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 50. Send both legs to the ceiling. Out, 2, 3, 4, 60. Curl up. And out, 2, 3, 4, 70. Try lowering your legs. 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 80 and lower, 2, 3, 4, 5, scoop that belly, 90, lower again, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Inhale, bend the knees in, curl up a tad bit more. Then let's re-hug those legs in and take a second. Okay, roll yourself over. I'm gonna lie on my right side. Okay, so my right forearm is underneath me. I'm gonna tuck my right leg underneath and press it back slightly. Lift up through my bottom waist and hover my top leg up. Feeling that back of the hip and thigh, not just the front of this hip. So we're gonna do pelvis stays quiet, 2 kicks forward. Sniff, sniff, 2 inhales, and then point the foot, pull that leg back into your bum cheek, exhale. Sniff, sniff, and blow. Sniff, sniff, and blow. And 3, and blow. Try and keep as quiet as you can, and blow. And 2, 1 more, and sniff, sniff, and blow. Bring the knee in, roll yourself up, and do a little side bend towards. Take a nice big breath in. Good, and then let's switch to the other side. So over onto my left side, my left forearm is on. I'm going to kick that back leg back, send that top leg long. Stack your pelvis, really lengthen. The work is coming from that upper hip, nice and long through your neck. Sniff, sniff, and blow. 2 inhales, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Trying to keep your body as quiet as you can. See if you can get that hinge from the hip. And sniff, sniff, and blow. Let's go 3. Pilates counting 2. And 1. And pull. Stack those legs. Press yourself up. We're going to go over towards the bent legs. Take a nice big breath in. And all the way up. Great. Send your legs forward in front. Flex the feet. Take your arms out to the side. Okay, I want you to have a nice active reach through the legs. We're going to inhale. Exhale, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to grow tall up to the top. Exhale, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Now take the back arm to your shoulder and pulse for 3. Get taller. 2. Think about the arms moving in opposite directions of each other. And 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And 3, 2, 1. Last one. And up. Good. Now just hug your knees in. Give yourself a little round back here. And then we're going to roll over onto our hands and knees. So if you need something underneath your wrists, roll your mat up and reduce the range through your wrists. If you need something under your knees, you can do the same on the other side. Roll the mat up a couple times and place it under your knees. So do what makes you comfortable. Tuck the toes. Legs together. Open up the collarbones. Take a breath in. Eyes shine forward. Upper chest reaches in front of your hands. And on your exhale, hover your knees up. Hold and lower back down. Take a breath in. Long neck, wide collarbones. Hold. Keep the shape of your spine. And lower. Now this time we're going to stay up. Exhale, hold. Good. Send one leg back. Then the other leg back. Now we're just going to do little marches to the side. Right, together, center, together. Left, together, center, together. One more time each side. Together, center, and left, and center. Let those knees come down. Sit your hips back. Release the feet and the head to the floor. Take a couple breaths there. Nice big breath in through your nose. Nice big breath out through the mouth. One last time. And then we're going to tuck our toes under. Walk your hands towards your knees. Press up towards your feet. Keep your knees bent as much as you can. Take a breath in at the bottom. Let your head hang. Clasp one elbow on the other. Just give yourself a little rock from side to side. Shine your sit bones to the ceiling. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale. Scoop your belly. Start to articulate yourself all the way up to tall. Give those shoulders a little roll. Okay, we'll finish with our feet hip distance apart and parallel. That was our timer. We're going to bring those feet hip distance apart and parallel. We're going to go into a little running exercise through those legs, a little balance and stability. Let's come all the way up into our high half toe, find your balance. One heel goes down, one heel goes over, and up, and over, and up. Let's take our arms up, and reach, and up, and reach, and down. Can we coordinate upper body and lower body? and reach, and release, up, and reach, 2, and reach, down, reach, down, reach. Let's come all the way up, heels are lifted, find your balance, take your arms over your head, good, take your hands behind your neck, lower your feet, and we'll just rotate, pressing down through the right foot, rotate left. Shine your heart to the ceiling, come back to center, pressing down through the left foot, rotate right, lift your heart to the ceiling, come back to center. Let's do that one more time. Right foot presses down, rotate left, lift the heart up, come back to center, press the left foot down, rotate left, lift the heart to the ceiling, reach, come back to center, uncurl the arms, give those shoulders a little roll, and a pat on your back. Thanks everyone, hope you're having a great week, we'll see you soon.